Hello everyone, long time no see. How are we doing? My name is Lindy if you're new here. Today I'm showing you how I use the Airwrap to do a blowout, real shiny, bouncy, big. This is like my every single day hair, especially in the winter. I used some new products. In this video I used Olaplex number 6 and number 7 and I love the result on my hair. If you followed me and seen my hair before, you know that this is way shinier and neater of a blowout than is normal for me. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe because I'm going to be making so many more videos this year. I'm going to be vlogging more, and by the way, I've had some life updates. I'm engaged, bought a house. We'll discuss that in an upcoming video. Also, I feel so thankful to have the Airwrap. Like, I'm not kidding. My fiance actually got it for me. He got it the Wednesday before Christmas, so like 2 or 3 days before. He found it in stock at 4 a.m. at a Best Buy near us. He'd been checking all the time, and actually his bank reported it as fraud because it was that outlandish of a purchase to buy a $600 hairdryer at 4 in the morning. So good luck to everyone finding one. I'm gonna see if I can find any and link them down below. I'm about 95% sure I won't be able to, but if you don't have one, I have a lot of videos on blowouts on my channel, so I'll link some of those down below as well. Alright, hey, I got out of the shower like 30 minutes ago and my hair has been in the towel ever since. So it's been like air drying, but not really because it hasn't had like much access to air. I usually try and wait till my hair isn't like soaking wet just so that it's easier to dry and like less heat damage, I feel. As for when I was in the shower, I used the Amika Normcore shampoo and conditioner. It's just like a basic, I mean, it's called Normcore, like it's normal. I like it fine. I don't feel any kind of way about it. So first things first on my hair now, I'm taking the Way leave-in conditioner. This is like smoothing, detangling. It's supposed to like add good things to your hair as well as be thermal protection. I spray this in my hand not for any reason other than my like pump got all clogged up and it sprays out like in one really aggressive line, so I can't like get it all through my hair if I don't just spray it in my hands first. And then I just like scrunch and squeeze this through, focusing on the ends mainly. Next up, Olaplex. This is number 6, the Bond Smoother. And I actually saw someone on TikTok take this like, okay, sorry. that amount, and they said that it's easier to get it through your hair and you'll use less product total if you mix it with the number 7, which is the bonding oil. Can y'all hear that? There's like, I'm not kidding, there's like, I've been joking and saying that it's like the North American Goose Conference because there are so many geese near my house right now. I thought they were all gonna fly south, you know, I'm like, oh, they're just here before they all fly. They just stopped for a rest. They have not been leaving. Anyway, they all just flew overhead and were squawking, if you will. Okay, so anyway, mixed that with the number 7. Just kind of makes it like a, I guess, more blendable consistency. I think that Olaplex stuff smells like volcano candles from Anthropology. Can I get some reinforcement on that? Trying to get my front pieces too because those pieces take a lot with highlights and with putting direct heat on them. There we go with product. I'm using rollers. I have a bunch of rollers linked in my Amazon favorites in the hair folder. I'll link it down below. I use a combination of sizes. I would say that I use like jumbo, large, maybe medium, depending on which roller brand you ask. I have 2 of these really big ones. These are from Drybar, and I use these on the top of my head, like right here. And then the rest of my head, I use this size. These are 2 different brands of rollers, but same size, I think. Yeah, you see? Size comparison, I would say that this is a medium or large. And then also I use clips with them, and I know that these leave lines on some of people's hair, and I can't really help you there. I think it might be a hair type thing. I think that like if you have the kind of hair that a line would get left from these clips, you know that. Mine won't. My hair is built different. She's thick, she's coarse, she's fuzzy, she's curly. She's got some texture, we know that. These are the clips. I'll link these as well. And if I could find an Airwrap in stock, I would link you that, but not looking good. I have never had my hair dry with a hairdryer without being extremely frizzy and like horrendous. Like, I've never been that girl who's able to shower and wash her hair the night she's going out. Like, I always have to be like the day before type of girly, and I have to sleep on it to like let all the fuzz lay down. But with the Airwrap, somehow, and I did not believe this kind of stuff, I thought this was just people talking, somehow my hair dries way faster and way less fuzzy. I'm gonna use just like the regular blow dryer tool just to rough dry my hair and get it like maybe 90% dry. This is just how I do it. Also, again, if your hair is different than mine, this might impact you differently and this might not be the best procedure for you, but this is what works for me and my hair. Just for time reference, it is 3:46 and I'm filming, so it'll take longer because I'm stopping to talk. Okay, but still super fast. Here we go. Well, I'll be forgetting which side the air comes out of. Okay. Alright, it's 3:50, so 4 minutes later. I rough dried my hair. I didn't focus on like directing it down, trying to avoid frizz. I just literally rough dried it like I think most people do. But I've never been able to do that and have it turn out remotely this tame looking. And I know it doesn't look tame to anybody else, but you just have to take my word on this. I'm using this attachment now. This is like the firm smoothing one, I think, to go through and like straighten my hair. And I'm gonna focus on getting it very dry. Again, some people are able to do this till it's not completely dry and then do the curls for it to completely dry, but on my hair that just does not work. I have to smooth it out completely and get it dry before I do the curls. Okay, I just got done smoothing / straightening a bit, both sides. It is 3:56, so somehow my hair is like kind of straight and smooth and dry in 10 minutes, and I don't look like a whole mess. If you know what my hair looks like, you know that that's not normal for me. And I will say, when I first saw the Dyson discussion, I thought that it was a thing for girlies with already straight and not frizzy hair. I was like, there's no way, this isn't even for me. But I'm officially a huge fan. Now we get to start on the fun part, the curling part. And there's different ways you can do this, but the way that I'm doing it is just the way that makes it look like a big blowout. So I'm not really focusing on like curling, but instead rolling under. So I'm using one barrel. I'm not switching barrels. Well, that's a lie. Hang on. Fuck the barrel right now. Forget about this. We're using the round brush tool for the top of my head. I want to roll those backwards, and it's just easier to use the round brush tool. Depending on your hair, like your length, the texture, whatever, you probably could use one that just has the arrow pointing back. I'm gonna start at the crown of my head, do a middle piece, and then the front. I'm just gonna section off like a mohawk section, just on the top of my head, not down the back right now, because I can't deal with that, honestly. Got this section. Okay, I'm gonna clip the rest of my hair back so that it doesn't get in my way, because I can't literally stand that. Okay, this is a huge chunk, but it's fine. I'm gonna tuck this hair behind my ear, like do a little emo 2008 energy. Alright, so for that, I literally just like heat it up, roll it a couple times, and then put it in the roller immediately. Because once it's hot on the end and I clip it up like this, it will heat up all the hair. And I feel like this brush like lets off a pretty good amount of heat, so I don't like to hold it on there for too long or go too crazy with it. Just roll the ends, get the ends warmed up, put it on the roller. Okay, another jumbo one. Let's go. Smoothing it as I'm putting the roller in. Alright, lastly is the front piece, and I roll this under. Actually, oddly enough, I learned this from Acquired Style on TikTok. I'm sure you guys have seen her videos. Let's go. I'm so glad that she mentioned rolling under though, because I literally could not figure out how to make my bangs look good. Which they're not even bangs anymore, but you know, whatever. Like the front of my hair was just not looking good ever. Okay! Alright, now I switched to the curling rod that points when you look in the mirror. Pointing down, because that tells me that, well, wait, do I want to wrap under? You can wrap under or over, and I will say the last time I did this I wrapped under and I liked it, but I see girlies wrap over, so let's do that. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference, honestly, but and I will be using this size for the rest of my head. I'm trying to decide where to start. I think I'm going to start in the back because it's the worst thing to do and I don't want to reach around rollers, so I'm literally just grabbing a chunk. Like, I have no rhyme or reason really. Okay, let's go. I hold like 2 inches from the bottom of my hair and then like jiggle the air wrap back and forth until it picks up all the hair. When you're holding the air wrap and you're looking in a mirror, which way the arrow is pointing in the mirror is the way that your hair is gonna go. I was using the arrow that pointed up, and you'll notice when I'm holding it at the bottom and it's catching, it's wrapping upwards, which is kind of confusing and I kind of said it weird. If you were using it more as a curling iron, then whenever you hold the Dyson vertically, whichever way the arrow is pointing would be which way it curls, so. Alright, I hold it on there, like with the heat for, I don't know, maybe like 5-10 seconds, and then I cool blast, which you just hold this button, like push it up all the way and hold it. That's the cool blast. So I do that for like 5-10 seconds as well. I know the bald man said do 10 Mississippi. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just don't, you know? Sometimes I just don't want to. Okay. Letting it catch. This is also a good time for me to point out that I'm keeping the air wrap horizontal. This is to mimic a blowout more than a curl. A curl would be more like holding it vertical. Also, as I'm putting the roller in, I kind of start like halfway up the piece of hair and smooth the roller down, and then make sure the ends are real smooth on it and then wrap it up, and kind of use like the Velcro on the roller as a hairbrush as I'm pulling the roller down. You see what I mean? That helps it be smooth and neater in the roller. I'm gonna do one more in this little row. My hair feels so smooth. I cannot, this is so unlike my hair. Gosh, okay. Also, people talk about like heat damage. Do I think that this damage is less or more? I think that this is definitely less damage per use than like the Revlon brush, which I also have, and I also have used. I also use like a round brush and a hairdryer, and that's probably more damage in my opinion. But I think like with anything, you just have to use it in moderation. So when I use this or do a blowout, I don't do my hair again for like 5 days. Last time I did my hair was 6 days ago. I mean, the curls, they last for me, but also like the last 2 days I'll be doing like a slick look, you know what I mean? Or like wearing a hat, that kind of thing. But I don't do it every single day. I think that if you use any type of heat every single day, you're gonna have damage. So my biggest, I guess, advice would just be to figure out a way that works for you to where you don't have to do it every single day. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this side on camera and then I'll do this side off camera. So that time I actually didn't do the cool blast because I forgot, but I held it on there a bit just to let it cool down on the barrel while I was grabbing the roller. And I think like also low-key, if you put the hair in the roller hot without the cool blast, then it cools, I don't know, like it's gonna, I guess either way, cool down in the shape of the curl. But you know, I don't know, okay? I think it's fine. As long as it's not cooling down, like being pulled straight, I think you're in the clear. But you can go a little faster with no cool blast and then wrapping it up immediately in the roller, letting it cool down there. Okay, I think. I'm getting kind of rowdy with where the rollers are going. Where's the, okay. One more piece over here, and it's kind of an odd piece. Like it's, I don't, whatever. Alright, y'all see that that one little straight piece that fell? I don't care about it. I literally don't care. So we'll deal with that later if it looks out of place. My whole head is done. I forgot to add like the kind of important tip that while the hair is on here, spinning around, heating up, whatever, don't like take this out of your hair until you turn it off and the air is done, and then you can slide it out easily and not like mess up the curl. Might be common knowledge, but whatever. Thought I'd share it. I'm gonna put these attachments all back. Also, people ask how long I leave my rollers. Usually I would do my makeup at this point, but I already did my makeup to film. But really what I think is important is just that all of them cool down. You can leave them as long as you want. You could hairspray them. I don't do that, but I just leave them until they're all cool, which this side's cool, top's cool, just waiting on this last section that I did. All right, we're just gonna start taking these babies out. I'm gonna start on this side of my head on the bottom. I just think it's easier. And then there's also like a specific way that you're supposed to take them out. Like, I don't actually know if I did that right. Yeah. It's just kind of like a weird hand motion. You'll get the hang of it if you just like try doing that little spinny spin. That's a better way to take them out to keep the curls versus ripping it just straight out. Again, you could also like hairspray as you take them out or before you brush through all of them. Oh, I have a clip stuck in my hair. Okay, hate it. People talk about like how does this not rip your hair out? Honestly, I think it does, but I think that the most important part is just trying to be neat with your sections, and this was not a very neat job today because I didn't have a mirror in front of me. But I just ripped that out. But if you're neat, you won't have like random hairs getting stuck in everything. Hopefully the top looks good. I'll do the bangs last. Ran out of clips over here. Had to use a couple barrettes. Okay, last one. Oh, wait, my camera's about to be out of storage. 1 second. This is the most fun and satisfying piece in my humble opinion. Okay. So again, this could be a time to hairspray, rough it up, and to break the curls up. It feels so freaking good. I mean, it feels normal. I just don't have hair that usually acts normal in blow dry scenarios. Does it look good? I can't even see. What's it look like? Oh, it looks good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doesn't that look so good? You learn something new every time. At this point, usually my hair is fuzzy and I'll usually use Chaser from Dry Bar, but it looks pretty good, but we'll still use some. Time check. It again takes longer when I'm filming because I'm talking and trying to like get things done while explaining, but it is 4:24, so less than an hour, and that is not normal for me to have my hair wet to dry, styled, and presentable. Like, I could do wet to dry under an hour and I would not look good. Shout out to the Dyson Airwrap. I really did not expect to be saying that, and I really hate to come on here and tell you guys that the $600 hairdryer works. But it does, and I won't lie. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you don't subscribe. I'm gonna be making way more YouTube videos this year. I know I've said that before, but for real, I don't know. Something hit me the other day when I was in the bath. I'm re-entering my YouTube era. It's been weird since leaving college, but I'm ready to get back into it. Okay.